Hey there, friends. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're all having as nice a spring day as we are having here because it is absolutely gorgeous in South Alabama. Thought I would just kind of talk about my best plant-based advice after 13 years today. I'm taking a little bit of liberty there. I actually started eating a fully plant-based diet in June of 2012, but I had started about 6 months prior to that incorporating. I knew I needed to get healthier. Started incorporating a lot of fruits and vegetables into my diet. In fact, even during that time, I was having a lot of meals that were exclusively just plant-based. So thinking back, I just started thinking back this morning over all that time, just some of the basic things that I apply myself. Once again, this is my best advice. I always advise you not to take any one person's word for anything. Go look into this stuff yourself. That's why I like to give a lot of the resources that I follow and listen to and read. One of the things that is uber important is eating enough. So many people eating a plant-based diet are still restricting themselves. They still have that mentality kind of like they're on the standard American diet, where you're always dieting and you're always like, well, I shouldn't eat, I need to eat a little bit less. I like to eat. I eat a lot of food all the time. I eat pretty much three big meals a day. And just for reference, like I jump on the scale regularly and I'm always within 1, 2, 3 pounds of 165. Actually, I'm always within about 2 pounds of that, but you need to eat enough. There's just too many people out there that are not eating enough, and they're the ones that tend to eventually down the line go, well, I tried eating it, but it just didn't work for me. I was always hungry. I always did this. Which means we need to be eating enough of the right things, not just eating enough. And the biggest thing we can do to get all the nutrients, all the things that we need, is eating a wide variety of plants, a lot of different colors, from different families. I eat a lot of legumes, I eat grains, I eat nuts, seeds, I eat fruits, vegetables, kale, collard greens, anything and everything that has a lot of bright colors to it. I mean, I eat a lot of carrots, I eat a lot of sweet potatoes, I've got a red bell pepper over there, tomatoes. So think a lot of variety and a lot of different colors. Now, also too, and within that, fiber. One of the biggest nutrients, I guess you could call fiber a nutrient, but one of the basic things most people are lacking in their diet, and this isn't plant-based people, this is everybody, is fiber. People are so deficient on fiber. And that's why they tend to have the stomach issues, the indigestion issues that they deal with. When we eat that variety, and we eat a variety of fiber as well. Now, when it comes to protein, I'm kind of like Goldilocks. Goldilocks, everything she tried, like the porridge, this one's not too hot, not too cold, just right. I kind of have my own views, or not really my own views. There's a lot of people that I listen to and that I read that support this, but there seems to be people that are, one way or another. They're either protein obsessed and they're always talking about how can I get more protein in every meal. I take a powder, I do this, I do that. And then there's the people that just seem to dismiss protein whatsoever. They're like, oh, there's protein and that they start talking about protein in fruit, protein in broccoli. Now, listen, don't misunderstand me. All plants have all 9 amino acids, but they don't have the same concentration of them. So that's why we need, different variety of them. But every time I see that little graphic of people sharing where they're comparing broccoli having as much protein as in a steak, I'm just like rolling my eyes, because I'm like, you're not going to eat 4 pounds of broccoli in a day, which would be, basically the equivalent to get up to getting your protein through broccoli. But once again, not being obsessed with it. I like to get my protein through beans. I eat lots of beans. And a lot of things are specific for my age. I just turned 61 recently, so I take certain parts of my health a little bit more seriously now than I did, say, 5, 6 years ago. So I'm eating beans every day. I eat tofu several times a week. Nuts, seeds, sprouts. Always, I'm generally try to get lentil sprouts and broccoli sprouts in a day. Stuff like the grains, like the brown rice, the quinoa, even the oats. They have protein in there. So, like I say, kind of in the middle somewhere there. And especially if you're getting older, one of the things that a lot of people that eat a plant-based diet, they're finding in older vegans, older plant-based followers, is sarcopenia, which is a loss of muscle and strength because, two reasons. Number one, they're not eating enough, and number two, they're not doing any resistance type training. A lot of people, and I kind of was like that for several years, or maybe I think I was just lying to myself and knew it, but I used to eat well. I'm like, oh, well, I'm eating well. I'll just, walk a little bit, do this. Really been over the last year or two getting into age-related health type things, and it really kind of lit a fire under me that I want to hold on to as much muscle mass and strength as I can. Plus, as well as working on my cardio, making sure my heart and what have you is in good state. It is in good shape. But that is something that they find in so many older vegans and plant-based eaters, is this sarcopenia, or just kind of slack muscles. Now, I'm not the biggest guy in the world. Don't get me wrong. I'm not swole. I'm not going in the gym pressing a lot of weight, but I kind of hold my own. One of the other things that's kind of age-related that I just threw in there too is paying attention to omega-3s. That's another thing they find in older vegans, older plant-based people. But they also find this in a lot of people, like even people that eat a standard American diet. A lot of people eating a standard American diet are consuming a lot of saturated fat, but they don't get so much of the good omega-3s. We need omega-6s. We need them all. We need omega-6s. We need omega-3s. That's why I'm not fat phobic like a lot of people too. Linoleic acid is a very important component that we have to have, that we need. So I'm not near as low vegan as I like on the low plant-based, low fat thing as I used to be. I'm not high either. If I really said about how much I eat per day, I probably eat about 20% of my calories from fat. And I get my fat through whole sources. Like I really try to be conscious of that and mix it up. Like I'll have, like over there, I've got walnuts, I've got cashews, I've got almonds, I've got nuts and seeds. As far as the omega-3s go, I go back and forth. I do supplement, and I need to reorder some supplements. But in the meantime, when I don't have supplements around, I'm always trying to always try to get some flax seeds in every day, flax seeds or chia seeds. But yeah, those are two things. And once again, if you're getting older, I really hope you'll take some of this advice for older people to heart, because, like I said, and I'll finish up here as far as it comes to when I talk about working out, going to the gym, eating, whatever. At 61, my total focus is to be walking around, moving around, being able to do the things that I want to do at 80. I'm not looking to run a marathon at 80. I'm not going to do a senior bodybuilding show. Although it's cool when people do those kind of things. All I want, being by myself, not having kids, not having anybody to take care of me, I want to stay as dependent and active as long as possible. I mean, it's just like, I don't want to spend 5, 6, 7, 8 years. That's okay for people that have kids and a lot of people that are going to come visit them, but I don't want to be laying in the bed or, be incapacitated the last 7 to 10 years of my life. So anyhow, take it with a grain of salt. Don't take a grain of salt though, or take it as you will. But anyhow, this is just kind of my best advice that I could give you. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, go hit that subscribe button and have a great weekend. Peace.